What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Redemption with Jadon. We are back with more Lackey Grand Prix 12 gameplay. We are now up to round 4, which is the last round of Swiss. It means that the top 4 players after this round are going to go into a top cut single elimination bracket. And so far, we don't know who all is eligible or has qualified for that. A few of the games have finished, so we know that Justin currently is at the top of the rankings, and I believe he will stay there. I don't think there's any way somebody else could catch him there, but there are a few other games yet to be played that will determine who hops above who. And one of those games that has been played, but you're about to watch, so I won't spoil it, is going to be between myself and Josh Potratz, or Kevinthedude. And the winner of this game is likely to be around 4th, I think, so possibly playing Justin in Top Cut. And there are a couple other games that, depending on how they finish, could knock one of us out of the top bracket, or the top 4 elimination bracket. So that would... I guess that is yet to be determined, and my card alignment's slightly off. There we go. Now I can fix that. Starting over. No, I'm just kidding. I'll hover back over Joshua, though, because he deserves some love, because we were playing posties today. I mean, I've wanted to rebuild posties even before Israel's Rebellion came out. I wanted to try out just the way the posties work. I didn't really play with them a whole lot after the one territory class thing. I mean, I did, but I kind of just played a very slightly modified version of the regular old, the good old posties. And now I feel like I've found a good spot for them in the one territory class enhancement meta, I guess. And I think a lot of that has to do with just focusing on the battle enhancements. I didn't actually... I'm not running Impartial Judgment in here. I'm not running Star of Bethlehem with Heavenly Host and Chamber. So there's a lot of different things going on here, but I think the effectiveness is about the same, or perhaps even better. I think it applies a good amount of pressure and can get set up fairly quickly. It does. It doesn't necessarily have big explosive opening turns. There are no like Matthew type heroes, but really, I mean, one of the best like first attacks you can do is Zerubbabel, drawing to, converting to Meek, banding to a Nehemiah or a Jeshua, or perhaps a different hero that can pull Goshen out of the deck, and just have that as a strong opening attack with Zerubbabel being big numbers, and you've got some decent numbers on other guys, and then you're tossing multi-brigade enhancements for the most part, unless they have a character that matches those brigades, and then things like Builder's Sword, By My Spirit, and Amazing Faith, all to back those up with negates. All just great abilities, because a lot of the like stuff that cannot be negated is multi-brigade. So that's kind of the focus of the offense now. Is we're still doing a little bit of hand control, but the focus is shifted a little bit more towards territory control, and there are some great new cards that help to supplement that, and that's kind of going to be the goal of the deck, is just having a good handle on your opponent's territory, the evil cards they have down, and what they have available, and then putting out a big band and limiting their options with things like Goshen, and then just having a bunch of negates. And we're also running the battle dominance, or at least a lot of battle dominance here, not going for cross complacent kind of stuff with this version, just going really heavily focused on the battle, and still getting that pre-battle pressure on with all the banding, and talking about Israel's Rebellion cards that really supplement this, the best one and the card that I think is I'll mention it later during, well, kind of after the game when I'm talking with Josh, but just saying how 20 shekels is like my favorite card in Israel's Rebellion at this point. I think it's really cool. It's an ability that is fairly new, or at least, you know, the bouncing isn't new, but playing a character from your opponent's hand is relatively new. There were maybe a few like classic cards that did something similar, like, I don't know, I'm thinking of like Praise Him Moon or something like that, or there's some white hero from Jeremiah, I can't remember his name. Anyways, I don't think he actually played, but I don't know, it was something weird with heroes in your opponent's hand. What we're doing with 20 shekels here is trying to kind of like snipe, I mean, really just clear out your opponent's defense and territory is somewhat the goal here with you know, stuff like Jehu and Eliud and Judges, Joshua, and so on. And then 20 shekels just helps with that, taking the best evil character out of my opponent's hands so that they can't surprise us with stuff. And you can, you know, use Judge's Seat after using 20 shekels or something like that. But then also, you know, you can use cards like Book of the Law to make it so that, oh, maybe they do have to block from hand because you take out or take apart enough of their territory. And it's I think it's just a cool and fun offense to play. I've been enjoying it in the couple games that I've played, including the one you're about to watch. I just think it works well. There's a good amount of synergy with the offense, and I knew that this is what I wanted to do for this week's video. The offense that I wanted to do, and the defense, I was like, well, I got to put some additional new stuff in here. And so I was like, well, we'll go with one of the new defenses. I considered animals for a little bit. I had a bunch of animal stuff loaded into the deck list, and I asked Tyler, I was like, so what do you think, animals or Wilderness Brown? And he was like, go Wilderness Brown. And I was like, but I already loaded all the animal stuff. I hadn't cut the deck down or anything at that point. And so I switched, and I thought that there was going to be more with Wilderness Brown, like more synergy that could overlap. And it actually just, there seems to just be a lot more than I anticipated, I guess, there being. Like animals, they've got some good stuff, some fun stuff, and I definitely will be trying out an animal defense, you know, maybe with or without lions, maybe two different decks or something with focuses there, but just the amount of synergy and just power that I was able to work into this deck with the Wilderness Brown defense and just utilizing the curses well, I think that are, you know, some of the best ones from Israel's Rebellion, and then just even getting the defensive side with Jehu and Jehu's sword. Of course, you don't really need to be playing brown, but he does need to exchange to a human, so animals wouldn't really work. But then you have Torn Kingdom and cards like Blood Avenger, which are you know, good and evil, so the offense can pull them out and you can use them on defense. Stuff like Zerubbabel's Temple and Book of the Law are just great from getting any good card out of your reserve, so it's super easy, especially with Jeshua, to draw them right away. And so I think that synergy is great. You do have some of that with animals here too, and that was part of the reason I was you know, considering doing animals, is because you can pull animals from reserve, or like the ones that have a good enhancement side. So, you know, Behemoth, Firefoxes, Wild Ox, Scapegoat, Leviathan. Well, I think there's one more. But anyway, you can have some amount of those in reserve, and then the offense helps to pull those out. And then also, of course, cards like Covenant with Philistia and you know, Storehouse can put the animals back in a reserve at the end of turn to, you know, draw more with Covenant later if you need to. Yeah, just cool stuff that you could do with that, but I ended up going for the Wilderness Brown, and I think it just fits this this deck very well, especially if I'm going like for a territory, destruction kind of thing. The curses are great at just continuing to put pressure on the opponent's territory, and I also really like the fact that Jehu fits in well with the defense and the offense. So I can, I think Tyler did a deck, similar like this, and in one of his videos, and mentioned using Jehu on offense and defense, and that's what this deck can do very easily as well. On offense, so let's say I've got Jehu equipped with Jehu's sword. I could also do Builder's sword, but it's best with Jehu's sword because you can equip it on either side. I do have foreign horses that he can use on defense as well. But if I've got Jehu's sword to equip to him on both sides, then I can attack with Jehu, exchange, and do the banning chain kind of stuff. And as long as I put Ezra or Jehoshaphat in the end of the chain, I can bounce Jehu at the end there. And then at the end of my turn, I can put down King Jehu as evil, and then use him to block, add all that extra pressure of the hand and or territory manipulation, and then also hitting evil humans with Jehu's sword. And then before I attack on my turn, I can bounce him with 20 shekels or Book of the Law, and then attack with Jehu, or put him down as good, attack, all that jazz. So this deck, I think, is very cool. I've been having fun with it, and it is currently at 57 cards. This is a 57 card version, which I think it maybe could. The ideal version probably gets trimmed down to 50. I think there's some of the defense that is maybe not needed. Job's Wife, I just thought would be kind of cool because you've got Descent, which is cannot be negated negate. You got Grumbling, which cannot be negated and is just good on Job's Wife because it's she's got big toughness and negates enhancements anyway. So and then also Better to Be Slaves is CBP. So Job's Wife can actually use a lot of the evil enhancements effectively, including Foreign Horses and Reap the Whirlwind and some situations. So maybe Job's Wife gets cut though. It's maybe she doesn't quite fit with the theme, but I still think she's pretty good right now. And but I maybe Grumbling could also be cut, and there are other considerations. Dathan could maybe be cut, as I ended up taking Confusion out of reserve. That was that was the 11th card in reserve before the game. I had to cut. I was kind of going back and forth between Confusion and Blood Avenger, but Blood Avenger is just silly good. You'll see that during the game as Josh and I kind of discover how good Blood Avenger really is. So anyway, that is most of the deck. I guess the other thing to mention here is that I'm running both Grumbled and Shepherds in the deck, which I mentioned this last week with whatever deck I was playing last week that used both of these with the Magicians and being able to put the evil stuff on the bottom of your deck and get it out with Egyptian Magicians and other shenanigans you can do. But I just liked the way that worked out and wanted to try it in another deck, and I think that they both work pretty well with Posties, because one of the downsides of Posties is that they run a lot of different brigades, and so they're pretty susceptible to Matthew. And if I can get one or two, even both of these on turn one, then I can kind of manipulate my hand a little bit depending on if I'm going first or second, just so that if my opponent is playing Disciples, they don't get quite as big of a Matthew. So other than that, we're OT Lawful Unity, so I've got Famine and Covet in here. And yeah, that's pretty much the deck here. Which, last thing I'll mention before we get into the game, and I guess before we talk about our sponsor, Your Turn Games, of course, you may have, if anyone was paying very close attention, you may notice that there are actually only 56 cards on the table here, and I said that there was a 57 card deck, and that's because there's one card hiding in the banished pile here, which may or may not be coming out in a Redemption Root set that is currently now available for pre-order on Your Turn Games. Look at that transition. So yes, there will be a spoiler at some point during this video, so keep an eye out for that. And admittedly, I may have forgotten to actually put the spoiler card in the deck before the game, and so with the magic of editing, you'll never even know. But now you will, because I said it. Anyways, your turn games. They have all of your redemption supplies and needs, singles, packs, starter decks, all that jazz, pre-built decks, contender decks, but notably now there are pre-orders available. If you go to the booster packs, tins, and display boxes page, you can see Israel's Rebellion booster pack in boxes with Roots cards. Pre-order is now available. You can also go to complete sets, and you can pre-order a complete set of Redemption Roots for $169, which that's 224 cards that you're getting for just about 170 bucks. That seems like a pretty good deal, especially when they come in like five. They're 5 cards per pack. So like if you got super lucky and you bought, let's see, 224 divided by 5, that's going to be like 45, right? Somebody can check my math on that. Yeah, that sounds about right. So you'd have to buy like 45 packs in order to have a chance at getting all 224 Redemption Roots cards. And this is, let's see, 45 packs at, $5 a pack, whatever. I'll let you do the math on that, but it's less, well, that is more than $169. So I'm just saying, if you want to, of course, you won't get all of the other cards that also come in the pack, because the Roots cards are just a filler, but just saying, you can get the Roots set pre-order from Your Turn Games right now, and it sounds like Rob has the displays available, so Andy, I'm sure, will be getting those soon, and then start filling pre-orders as soon as he's able to open enough packs to to do so. So that'll you guys should go order some complete sets to make sure that Andy has a nice long weekend of opening packs on one of these upcoming weekends here. All right, that is all we're going to talk about before the game. So let's go ahead and dive into the game with Josh and play some Redemption. Let's do it. No shortage of souls on the front end here. Grumbled, nice. Have you been running Grumbled and Shepherds in every deck?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, you rolled a 2. Okay. Who is going first is a great question. A weird hand. I think you're going first.
Cool.
Classic.
Mm-hmm. That is all my stars.
Alright, I will take a peek at your hand. What do we got going on here? Alright. Few shenanigans by the looks of it. Dig it. Mayhem and Vain Vision. Alright. Will you Grumbled?
I will grumble, Jared.
Cool. I will Darkness. Let's see. Guess I will grab Slave. And let's... Do I want to keep Slave, or do I want to keep an extra card in my hand? Well, I guess, potentially keep Slave. I think we'll just put Slave down in Territory.
Okay.
And I'm all good.
Cool. I'll take Humboldt.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's for Dominish.
Go ahead.
Alright, I'm good.
And now I have to figure out how I'm supposed to play these.
You Vein Vision for one? Or,
I don't like Vein Visioning for one.
Yeah.
Especially when I know what the top are with Virgin Birth, and I don't really want any of them. So it's, do I want to use my TC? But I also don't really want them for divination. Yeah, so I think I just Mayhem.
Sure. Move at a random 6.
Cool.
Hopper for you.
Hopper for you too.
I don't know, for some reason I'm just not a big fan of the
Youth Pastor Hopper?
Yeah. I don't know. Like the borderless and like the art and stuff is cool. It's just I like the classic feel, Borderless versus full art isn't too different.
Yeah.
Alright,
I
so
like
this is the Sons of Jacob hand control. Nice.
Yeah, this is specifically the all-in.
Right, yeah. The Mayhem Vein Vision version, yeah.
The Ooga Booga version is what it's labeled as in Lackey.
Nice.
Delivered.
Helmet. Wow. That's how you know a deck is all in. You're playing Helmet.
Helmet's actually a fine Jehu weapon.
Yeah, I suppose. You've got enough targets. Like, I suppose the reserve access for Sons of Jacob is, maybe not the best. I mean, I think it's okay. It's just you might not get what you want in this style of deck.
Lawless.
Yep.
Oh. Cool.
Rip.
Shepherds. That.
I guess, yeah, you don't actually have to show with Shepherds and Grumbled, right?
Yep. All right. And then we'll do Jehu. I'll look at your hand.
Mm-hmm.
I will exchange to just Dan.
Alright. So I guess the trigger on Jehu, I have to discard an evil card from hand or territory.
That kills Tibbins.
Yep. Think I gotta go with... Man, it's bad. I don't think I can drop that guy. Do we just drop Slave here? Yeah, I think so. Alright. And then I will choose not to underdeck from hand for Dan.
Cool.
I block.
Yep.
Alright. Let's do both. Well, so I guess this guy who doesn't do anything. Because you can't discard and I can't activate.
Yep.
Wicked Community. We'll draw 3.
I will woes the D3.
Cool.
And I'll die. And pass.
Oh, I will draw 3. Now I get to use the... Oh, never mind. I guess that doesn't do anything. Oh. I'm gonna say I could use the star ability, but I guess we're not doing that. Let's do... Storehouse. Zerubbabel's Temple. Let's do Wander for Distressed. Jeshua. Teaching will negate Storehouse. Foxes, the Prophet, DOU. Guess we do the Foxes. Then I'll go to battle.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do Jeshua, and we'll go for Goshen.
Okay. All conjures. Grab.
Still first turn, right? Or round?
Yep, from deck.
Oh, right, yeah, he goes to deck too.
Yep. Actually, this is what I want. That one.
Sure. Let's just do that.
Okay. And you can have that.
I will rescue Wanderer. And yeah, I'll pass.
Okay. I've got that.
Seems good. Needed 4.
Yep.
Okay.
All divination. Get that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess I missed my storehouse. So we'll put up that.
Cool.
We'll do Jehu. Grab that off the weapon.
Yep.
Swap to Benji. Swap to Joseph.
Okay, so protecting lost souls. I have to discard from territory because my hand's protected.
Yep.
And I can underdeck from hand, but I can't do that, so my stuff is CBN. Okay. I will discard Wicked Community. Block with Rebellious. Your hand is protected, so I'll go to Reserve.
Yep.
Do Madness and target Joseph.
Yep. That works. Go ahead.
Let's do Storehouse. We'll take... Corn Kingdom. All right, so let's do. I'll go to battle. Let's do Hey Guy. Go to reserve for. Yeah, let's grab the arc. And to Joshua. And to Jadon. And we'll play. Oh, I suppose now I swear I should pretend to. This is the big reveal. So if you want to give your reaction now.
Oh, Fortress payoff! Whoa!
All right, they'll never know. I believe I ran out of fortresses in my deck.
Nice.
So yeah, not play anything there, but I do control 4 more good fortresses, so I will discard. I suppose your false leaders. Oh, I guess
Okay.
he's negated anyway. So yeah, let's discard your profane daughters then.
Okay.
And then triggers the temple. Any good card. Let's grab Baton. Seems good. Negating gray humans. So I guess top deck him, draw him with Joshua.
Okay.
And that's all my stuffs.
I'll do Saul to scattered.
Sure.
Or wait, not scattered. I have a cross out. Unsuccessful.
So close. Yep.
And I'll play.
Yep. Let's see. Yeah, let's do Baton as Meek. Play Solomon's Dream. Get something here. Ooh, I almost picked Crowd's Choice, but that would not be great. Let's do. Yeah, let's just get out Zerubbabel. And we'll put him down and pass turn.
Okay. I will woes. Distressed.
Yep.
Well, no. Woes. Actually, no, we'll do the Resistance Rights.
Okay.
Turn this off. Take the distressed.
Sure.
Do that for 3.
Yep.
I'll take 1, 2, 3.
Seems good.
Go on the bottom. Oh well, whatever. I missed my storehouse again.
That's what a helmet's for. Right?
Exactly. And a Jared.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't have the other, well, actually, I can have whatever I want. Okay. Jehu, grab This.
Mm-hmm.
Exchange to Jared. Convert to take that. Band to Jacob. To grab.
So does the discard trigger on Jehu go before the exchange, or is it after?
It is after. Or well, so the exchange, the discard that's tied to the exchange is after. The weapon it's used before he exchanges because the exchange adds a character to battle.
Right. So I have to discard now before.
Yeah, before you guys.
Yeah.
Yep. My Jacob card is going to be that.
Sure.
And then Jacob, Band of Benjamin. No exchange.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess we do Horseman. Get a draw 2.
Yep.
And take I guess Scattered from reserve.
Okay.
My initiative.
No.
You've got Complacent, right?
Oh, yep, I do. Proceed.
Unfortunately, my Scattered is tossed by Goshen, but we can go with that one instead.
Cool.
Yeah, so now that I think about it, Scattered might not have been the best option there.
I have not played a TC this turn, I believe.
I believe that is correct, yeah.
Well, I guess I also don't have a Son of Jacob anymore. Go ahead.
Cool. Okay, your deck is protected, so no Covet. No stars. Storehouse, we'll take a sword. Yeah, I guess I will implement TC, H Road, go for a David. And we'll put down, sorry, shuffle that. Put down a Jehu of my own. Give him a sword. And I will put down, it doesn't matter which way I do that, not really. We'll put down Nehemiah. And I will go to battle.
Okay.
So David, reserve for Joshua. Joshua will underdeck false leaders. Territory for Jehu. Jehu will target Saul. Yes, are you discarding Balaam instead?
Yes.
Okay. And then Jehu trigger. Oh, well, I guess that probably hits your Saul anyway. Yep. Jehu switch for Nehemiah. Nehemiah will switch for Zerubbabel. For Tamik, draw 2. And to a guy. Play the seat. A guy will ban to Joshua. And I am out of evil cards on your side to discard, so I guess I will bring in Matan. Trigger Temple, will top deck Blood Avenger, and draw it with Joshua.
Sounds good. You can have that.
Sweet. Let's put down options, I guess. I'll just put down that guy. And I will pass.
All right. Woes, the Horseman, Storehouse. That.
Yep.
Activate that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll helmet that.
Yep.
And we're gonna battle Enosh.
Enosh coming into battle. Yeah, I think I just go this way. Let's Blood Avenger. I'll draw 2.
Yep.
My initiative.
Yep.
I will. Yeah, let's do Torn Kingdom. We'll discard Enosh and Storehouse.
Okay. I will negate that. Reveal Angel.
Yep. My initiative then.
Yep.
Doesn't work. Alright, I will pass. So he dies, and I will discard Enosh with his discard ability.
And I now then remind me how this works.
So you or if I interpreted it correctly when people are asking about it, you have special initiative, but I don't know if you can actually play anything since we're in battle resolution.
Do I? Because I recall that it's not just like an auto block against a guy with bigger numbers.
All right, let's see. Blood Avenger was spoiled there. This is from Marcus. So Blood Avenger does trigger in battle resolution. I don't think you can actually do anything with SI in battle resolution. Angel or Christian Martyr on your own Blood Avenger to remove the last hero would still grant SI, but he may be hard to target. So I think it is kind of an auto block against bigger numbers.
Neat.
Are you satisfied with that, or do you want to?
Yeah, I am. I'm double checking the battle resolution steps because you discard the characters before you get to determining the result.
Right. Yeah.
So yep, cool.
To think I almost cut him out of reserve for confusion.
Yep. Go ahead. Guess that does need to go in all my decks.
Yeah. All right. That is. Yeah, don't need to do that. Upkeep. Storehouse. Guess we'll take Madness. And let's reserve your Jehu.
Okay.
And I will go to battle. I think. Well, no, let's do this first. I'll play Emmaus Road. And we'll grab. Yeah. Let's just grab a Keem. And I'm just gonna. Wait. Did you put your Angel of the Lord back in discard?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I discarded it to hand size.
Oh, I see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dominance so far that you've played.
Yep.
I think, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's put down a Keem. And I will go to battle. So let's do David. Go to Jehoshaphat. Bounce Zerubbabel. We'll ban to let's do Joshua. I will underdeck the cross. Switch for Jehu. Guess that's not optional, so I will discard my horseman. And unless you want to, I guess you can't discard from reserve. But yeah, I guess you do have to discard from hand.
Well, hand's protected, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I didn't negate that. Okay. Right. I was probably supposed to do that, but let's go to Joshua. And he will ban to Nehemiah, exchange for Haggai, ban to Zerubbabel, convert to Meek, draw 2, and Baton.
Boxes?
Yeah, well, good crowd's choice. And well, good woes.
Okay.
And we got there.
Yep. Good game.
I drew crowd's choice and second coming on that draw 3.
Nice.
I was like, all right, that's hopefully that can work as long as I can deal with the cross, which I almost forgot to do before going into battle.
Yep.
So were you sitting on like all good cards in hand at that point?
Yeah, I finally got all my good enhancements.
Right. Jeez. Yeah, so I guess with the all-in version, I mean, I assume you have numerous in there somewhere?
You don't actually. So
oh, okay.
Yeah, this is specifically seeing if just like basically all dominant speed is enough to set stuff up. And at Goldfish is fine, but in actual games it just doesn't quite get there. Sure. I don't have anything in particular that I'm wanting to build right before Roots comes out. So This is just kind of a thing Jay and I had thrown together a while back that I'm just taking it for a spin this Grand Prix to see if I can actually get a big setup off at least one real game.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, when I was doing the Sons of Jacob hand control stuff, I was doing it, I mean, kind of more of a medium or like, mid-range style, I guess, where it wasn't super, or focused more on the battle aspects and not as much on the speed. And I tried like orange and gray. I think orange is probably the better version for that, but all in is definitely more exciting, I guess.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think that there's definitely this is very much an all-in thing, and there's probably better ways to play Sons of Jacob.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, now you can build posties with Jadon.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I've been I played one game before this with John, and he was testing out some weird new deck, and so it wasn't like the greatest test, but it definitely showed like how easily like the territory stuff can add up with Jadon, Jehu, and Judge's Seat. Haggai to get Seat back. And
for sure.
20 shekels, I think, is probably my favorite card from Israel's Rebellion at this point.
Yeah, shekels has been getting better and better every time, every deck I've put it in, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I never found that shipwreck, and then I had to search for woes to deal with your storehouse.
Yep.
But yeah. Anyway, thanks for the game, and I'll go and report it here. And yeah, we'll catch you later.
All right. See you.
Bye.